Hey folks, how's it going? It's been a while since I last made a video on Olly, so this is my attempt to now kind of bring you up to speed with the new things we've shipped and the things that we have planned in the roadmap or in this coming sprint per se. So one of the biggest thing that happened this month is the fact that we shipped the version 2 of Olly, where you can see we launched on Product Hunt. Unfortunately, we didn't get featured primarily because this was the second version launch of Olly and not something new. So Product Hunt did not decide to feature us, but regardless, the launch was great because we reached out to around 337 people with this launch. And the best part is that we were able to kind of support a lot of people by giving them access to the newest features of Olly. And these are the features that they actually asked for. On similar lines, a lot of these people also asked for a feature where we could make the journey of Olly way more simpler. So right now what happens is when they onboard on the platform, they have to bring their own OpenAI API key or any LLM vendor in order to use Olly. Some of the people suggested if there is a way for us to control that, meaning if we could bring our own API key by allowing users to buy credits via the platform and then consume those credits as users use the API key. So I thought that's a great idea, and we went ahead and shipped something on those lines. So now when you go to the dashboard, you will see something like this, your API keys. If you don't see this option and you're an old user, you will be able to get an option to generate an API key, in which case you should be able to generate this and get this for your dashboard. Next, what you can do is you can actually copy this key, go to Olly, and then in the LLM vendor, paste this key here and then click on save. And now when I go back to any of my social media platforms, instead of using OpenAI and so on, we will be using the Olly V1 API, which is way more human-like and customized with respect to the voices that you want the platform to answer. So you can see the comment that is generated is way more realistic because we've done good prompt engineering in the background, and this API gives us control with respect to the responses that you want to generate. Plus, you don't have to go to these other platforms like OpenAI, Claude, Gemini, and so on in order to get their key. You can just recharge your Olly account with credits and then start using the API. If I go back to the API dashboard here, you have the option that looks like this, right? So when you click on this, what you can additionally do is actually configure your brand details. So brand name, industry, brand personality, target audience, something that we're still working on, by the way. And then when you save this custom knowledge in the future, what we will do is we'll use this knowledge in order to generate customized responses for you. A lot of people asked for this, if we could make responses human-like, if we could make responses more aligned with the brand voice. So this is our attempt to do that. In the future, you will also be able to track all of your usage, the actions that you've used, the comments that you've generated, and so on and so forth, especially if you're using with the Olly API keys. You currently are anyways able to see all your actions in the analytics dashboard here, which you probably might have not seen before, where you will be able to see all the comments or actions that you've taken using the Olly extension in your dashboard. You need to ensure that the account that you use in order to log in on this dashboard is same as the account that you use in order to claim your license key or buy the license key in the first place. So the other few things that we've shipped is the AI caption generator, AI hashtag generator, and so on. So if I click on this, in here, you can actually add the text here. So if I go back to, let's say this, or, if I go back to this post and I select the platform as Instagram, writing tone as humorous, length as short, and then I select an image, let's say this one, and then click on generate the caption. This will actually generate a caption for the specific image such that I'm able to use that caption and use it across my social media posts. Now we've done good prompt engineering here, so you will always be able to get good generations. Now when you actually generate this, you will see it consumes the credit from here. So it consumes 2 credits. Obviously we'll reduce this as the time goes on, but the idea is that we are able to generate all of these captions, images, and so on and so forth directly from the dashboard. We have also rolled out something called Team, where you will be able to buy licenses in bulk from the website. So if I go to plans right now, you can see there are multiple options here. The first plan is the one that includes 5 users, which will cost you $199 for 5 users lifetime. And this only includes the license keys and not the API keys. The next plan here would be the 10 license, which is $299, which is $29.9 per user. And if you look at one license plan, it's $49.99. So it's almost like $20 save per license, right? And then if you look at the 20 license one, this will cost you $49.99, which is again less than the $29.99 plan that we just saw. So if you are a large agency or an enterprise, you probably want to look at these plans. Next is the credits here. So credits are different than the lifetime plans. The lifetime plans will allow you to use Olly software, but the credits will allow you to use the API in scenarios where you don't want to use other LLMs. So these two are different things, and I wouldn't recommend you confusing both these things. And broadly, that's all we've shipped over the last few months. The major update that I obviously wanted to talk about is the API key update itself. itself, because in the future you will be able to generate custom human like brand voices, which we have very little control over when it comes to other vendors. The other thing that you will also be able to do in Teams, by the way, is track the analytics by teams, meaning if you have 20 licenses, if I go ahead and click on licenses here and then select the license from in here, so all of these licenses you can assign to different people, and in the future when you go to analytics you will be able to track these licenses by people, right? So if I click on, let's say, this license, you will see there are 20 sub licenses in here, and then you will be able to select the specific sub license and then track the usage for that specific person or specific license. So, and you will also be able to set things like goals, targets, and so on and so forth, and that's something that we are slowly shipping as well. But overall, this is all I wanted to kind of walk you through when it comes to the flow itself and the updates that we've made. If there are any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer those for you. Please feel free to reach out to me in the comments, or you always have access to our Discord group. So please feel free to join our Discord group in the scenarios where there are questions. And thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.